Welcome to my channel. Every day we will release only the latest show business news. We will be glad if you like this video and subscribe to the channel.
In the event that the UK's Queen Elizabeth passes away, there are several procedures that British royal family members, politicians and residents of the UK will follow. Hours after the Queen's death. Hours after the death of the UK sovereign, born in 1926 and on the throne since 1952, a so-called call cascade will take place in which the Prime Minister, Cabinet Secretary and a number of other civil servants will be informed, according to documents seen by Politico. The Prime Minister would be informed by the Queen's Private Secretary, who will also tell the Privy Council Office, which coordinates government work on behalf of the monarch, according to the Brussels-based news outlet. According to British Heritage news site, the first time the public becomes aware of her death is when a notice is placed on the gates of London's Buckingham Palace where all staff must wear a black armband on the left arm. Internally, the day will be referred to as D-Day, Politico reported, with each following day leading up to the funeral referred to as D+1, D+2, etc. On the day of her death, flags outside Whitehall will be lowered to half-mast. The Prime Minister will reportedly hold an audience with the new King Charles, and at 6 p.m. local time, he will deliver a broadcast to the nation. D-Day +1. The day after the Queen has passed away, several formalities will reportedly take place, including Parliament holding an audience with the new King, Queen Elizabeth's son Charles, at 3:30 p.m. Parliamentary business will also be suspended for 10 days. D-Day +2. On the second day following her death, her coffin will be returned to Buckingham Palace. If the Queen dies at Balmoral in Scotland, her body will be carried down to London by royal train if possible. If not, it would be transported by plane. If the Queen dies at her Sandringham residence in Norfolk, her body will be carried by royal train to a St. Pancras station in London, where her coffin will be met by the Prime Minister and cabinet ministers, Politico reported. The Prime Minister and ministers will attend a reception to welcome the coffin. D-Day +3, +4. On the third day, the new King Charles will begin his tour of the UK starting in Scotland, arriving in Northern Ireland on day 4. D-Day +5. On this day there will reportedly be a procession of the coffin from Buckingham Palace to the Palace of Westminster, and there will be a service at Westminster when the coffin arrives. D-Day +6 to D-Day +9. During these days, the Queen's body will be kept at the Palace of Westminster, Politico reported. On day 6 a rehearsal for the state funeral would reportedly take place, and the day after that Charles would travel to Wales to receive another motion of condolence at the Welsh Parliament and attend a service at Llandaff Cathedral in Cardiff. D-Day +10. The Queen's funeral would take place at Westminster Abbey with processions in London and Windsor on the 10th day. There would reportedly be a committal service in St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, and the Queen would be buried in the castle's King George VI Memorial Chapel. The UK will also be given a national day of mourning, British Heritage reported.